Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome to A Chat with Glendora. This is a show that has the answer to everything. All of your problems, we have the answer to. First of all, about a freighter carrying a load of yo-yos. Struck a reef and sank 10 times. Another freighter carrying a load of red paint collided with another freighter carrying a load of purple paint. And at last report, the crews of both ships were marooned. Professor to the student, what do you know about the speed of light? What do you know about the speed of light? And the student says, nothing, sir. It just gets here too early in the morning. First problem of ours we're going to attack is sin, grief, and guilt. You've done something bad. You have done something bad. You just feel terrible about it. So you get a piece of paper and you get a pen and you write down what you did. Don't you show this to anybody. So we write down what we did. That's the first step. We've acknowledged it. It's not chasing us around anymore. We turn around and we faced it. And then we say, oh, that was a terrible thing to do. I wish I hadn't done it. Second step. What have we done now? We've admitted it that it was wrong. That's a big load off of our shoulders. We admitted that we were wrong.
12 o'clock p.m.
Sorry, folks.
5 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's my little temperature clock. And then the next thing is we say, I'll never do anything like that again. I'll never do anything like that again. Now we feel so much better, don't we? I'll never do anything like that again. I'm through with that kind of thing. That's what you call resolution, isn't it? We have resolved never to do that again. And then the next thing and last thing is the best of all. We're going to atone for it. At one moment, we're going to atone for it. How do you do that? Go out and do something nice for somebody. You can go back to the situation or to the person where you did the wrong, and you can do it over again, do it right. You can apologize. That's good, but it's not as good as going out and doing something nice for anybody. We have the answer to everything, and that answer is love. A lawyer says, it gives me a grand and glorious feeling to dispense legal advice. The client says, give him a grand and he feels glorious. A man who's worried about his fourth daughter getting married. Why? Well, his first daughter married a man from Singleton, New Hampshire, and they had one child. And his second daughter married a man from Twin Oaks, Michigan, and they had two children. And the third daughter married a man from Three Rivers, Missouri, and they had three children. So why are you worried about your fourth daughter getting married? She's going with a fellow from the Thousand Islands. Listen to this, folks. Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verses 6 to 9.
The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. And the cow and the bear shall feed, the young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. And the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea.
That's the way it's going to be. And that's what we're working on. This is my commandment to you. You love one another as I have loved you. That's John 17:12. I sing like a prisoner behind 8 bars looking for the key.
Two.
What are we going to do next? What was next? Lifetime expenses?
Vocabulary is next.
Vocabulary. Oh, do you have some words to expand your vocabulary? This is a must, folks. Practice a new word in your vocabulary every day. You don't want those old tired words when English is such a beautiful language and so expressive. You want to articulate what's in your heart. So work on your vocabulary every day. What words do we have today, pal?
Abandoned.
Ooh, what's that mean?
The unresisting of self-surrender to vice.
That's pretty bad. What is that again, please?
Unresisting self-surrender to vice.
Ooh. Next.
Profligate, which is open and shameless disregard of decency.
What? Say that again, please.
Open and shameless disregard of decency. And then we have dissolute.
Dissolute. How do you spell that?
Dissolute.
Dissolute.
Yes.
And it means?
Which is utter disregard of morals and the throwing off of all restraint.
Oh, that's bad. We don't want anything to do with that.
And then we have reprobate. Reprobate.
How do you spell that?
Reprobate.
Reprobate.
Which is the complete insensibility to reproof.
Complete insensibility
to reproof.
To reprieve.
Yeah.
My goodness. Do you know anybody like that? Do you know anybody like all 4 of those? What's next?
Your jokes.
Oh, jokes. What are they, please?
Mother tongue.
Daddy, why do they call English the mother tongue? Daddy never gets a chance to use it.
Piano tuner.
The woman, the housewife, answered her front door and said to the man standing there, "But I did not send for a piano tuner." And the man said, "No, ma'am, the neighbors did."
4 carpenters.
Did you hear about the 4 carpenters? And they all played the tuba. And so they formed a quartet. What did they call the quartet? The tuba fours. What's next?
8 glasses of water a day.
Oh, please drink 8 glasses of water a day. Keep your liver clean, your pancreas, and what else is down there? The liver, the pancreas, all of those great organs that are in your abdomen. Keep them nice and clean and washed out. 8 glasses of water a day. Now, I know it's hard, but you know the way to do it? The first hour you get up in the morning, first glass. Then the second hour, the second glass. And the third, fourth, up through the 8th. And you'll find that you won't have to go to the bathroom all the time. And it's over with. What's next, honey?
Lifetime expenses.
Oh, please read them to us.
Okay.
My husband and I kept track of the money that we spent. Every day we'd write down the money we spent and for what. And at the end of the week, we'd put it in the groups, groceries, gasoline. And then at the end of the month, we would total that up. And then at the end of the year, we'd total up the months, all the groceries for 12 months and so forth. Listen to these figures to see if they compare to what you think you spent.
Total rent, $382,000. Groceries, $164,000. One-time only business, $163,000.
Hold it, honey.
Yes.
All right, just give them a chance to absorb. Okay.
Non-employee compensation, $144,000.
That's the money that we paid people to help us. How much was it?
$144,000. Telephone, $126,000.
Now, how much did you spend on telephone, do you think?
Technical equipment.
And is the last thing we're going to talk about the Constitution?
We're still doing the expenses. We've got technical equipment, $107,000, and total deductions, $101,000. Car repairs, $100,000, and federal withholding, $98,000.
And think what gasoline will be now that it's $5 a gallon. Now we have some good news, don't we? The Constitution.
Okay, the Sixth Amendment.
Sixth Amendment. This is a beautiful thing that you have, the Sixth Amendment. Can you read us the Sixth Amendment?
Yes, I'm pulling that up.
Okay. Helping others you'll enjoy it. Happiness is guaranteed. You ready? We want you to have it.
Yes.
Peace that passes understanding. Helping others you'll enjoy it. Satisfaction guaranteed. Okay, Sixth Amendment.
The Sixth Amendment.
Bill of Rights.
In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witness in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. That is the Sixth Amendment.
Would you read it again, please?
Sure. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense.
Very important. Doesn't that make you feel good?
2.
Folks, this wise guy, said to the city clerk, how much does it cost these days to get married? She said $50 for the license and one paycheck every Friday the rest of your life. Then what else were we going to tell them, friend?
Boarding house.
Oh, everybody, do you know what happened when the boarding house blew up? The rumors began to fly.
Aptitude.
Man came home from work, discouraged. What's the matter, honey? They gave us aptitude tests at work today and I flunked. They gave us aptitude tests today at work and I flunked. She says, that's dreadful. And he says, yeah, it's a good thing I own the company. Dear friend, would you read to us the happy happenings of the April the 6th, Thursday of this year, 2026?
The April 9th, Thursday, April 9th.
Oh, thank you for the correction.
Yeah, sure. Stephanie's sister forgot to pick her up. You cleaned 4 things out of your cooler. You made 10 friendship calls. You now have 282,000 views on your social media.
That was April 9th, folks. Today is April the 13th, and we're within 5,000 of 300,000 views. Glendora, what did you say? I'm saying that sometime this week we will have 300,000 views of the jokes that I've been telling you for years. I'm telling them on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reel, Instagram, and Twitter X. 300,000 views, 1,300 fans, and 11,000 likes. And I've got to read to you you want to hear the fan mail? Loads of fan mail. 4 or 5 of them come in today. The poor people are so hungry for good, upbeat humor.
And then your helper cleaned your bathroom that day.
Thank you, Maggie.
And your other helper arrived at 11 o'clock.
Oh, she's so punctual, and she's so steady, and she's never absent, and she fills in for the other people.
And you put on your orange costume that day. And we filmed your show 14,550.
14,550 public access TV shows since the year 1971 AD.
You got a new white dress shirt from Amazon. Yeah.
You know what? I cannot find a button-down anymore. Folks, do you know where I can find a button-down lady shirt? I mean by button-down collar. Does this collar look all right? Does this collar look all right?
Yes, that collar looks good.
Does it look as good as a button-down?
I think it actually looks better than a button-down.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is this a woman's shirt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
It's a she-shirt. There's he-shirts and she-shirts. And this is a she-shirt.
And then later on, we filmed some of your Glendora Documentary 3, the year 1937, from Lincoln, Maine to Bangor, Maine, when you were there in 5th grade.
Are you going to look forward to the documentary, Glendora Documentary number 3? It's all the little things that happen.
And after that, we checked your email. And then Susan from the Nassau Library brought you the Nescentia papers.
That's right. That's my dear friend Susan Canfield. Do you know that I've known 2 Susan Canfields in my life? The other one was a fan of the TV show, the SS Glendora. Or was it Satellite 6 in Glendora? Glendora and Satellite 6. Thank you, Susan.
And that is all the happy happenings for Thursday, April 9th, 2026.
Very good. How you doing, everybody? A Swedish construction crew obtained a contract to refurbish the apartment on the 4th floor. And late in the afternoon, when it was time to come home, the foreman came around and he stood out on the lawn and he hollered up to the crew, "Hey, you guys finished?" And they hollered down, "No, we're Swedish." Do you have another joke?
President or vice president?
The honeymoon couple came home and he said, "Well, dear, we have to settle down to business." do you want to be president or vice president? And she said, you can be both, dear. I'll just be the treasurer.
Good show.
The daddy said the sermon was too long. The mother said the choir was flat. And the little daughter said, I thought it was a pretty good show for $1.
Okay.
Actually, I think she says, I thought it was a pretty good show for a dime. No, any other happy happenings for what day, dear?
For Friday, April 10th, 2026. You got up, dry, dress, plan, meditate, exercise, and did your ambulatories 1 through 4. Got up to 75 degrees. You made 10 friendship calls. Alex got deployed. And April went to her brothers in Arizona. Her mom and dad went to North Carolina to take care of her animals. She sold 9 houses, has 2 closings coming.
22 years old.
Yeah, and 1 new contract. Your friend Patricia went to Honest Weight. You drank 8 glasses of water by 2 o'clock. You got your cooler cleared out. And 8 things out of your grocery cupboard. We soaked some cashews so we could make a cucumber soup.
Delicious. Delicious. Raw foods. Cucumber soup. Excellent.
And you're now up to 295,000 views.
How many?
295,000 views.
Folks, do you realize that another 5,000 views and we will be up to 300,000? And we didn't even start this until December 12th. And those 5,000 views, they'll be in today or tomorrow.
Robert Jackson website.
Oh, Robert Jackson thought that the website made by Frank Torres, he thought it was excellent. He thought the website was excellent. Frank Torres makes magnificent websites, and you should have a website, folks. You should have a website showing the good things that you do to encourage the world and to cheer up the world. If you want a website, I can connect you with my buddy, Mr. Torres, and he will give you a magnificent website at a very good price.
And then we built your script for April 16th very carefully and enjoyed the process. We did more work on your Nessentia letter.
We're asking Nessentia for 5 hours added to my 43 hours for Lucy on Sunday, who's been volunteering. Dear sweet Lucy. So we want you to ask Nessentia to help us. And we put it on the website. It's 2, 3, how many programs before this one? 2?
I'm not sure. A couple more. Yeah, a couple
I
back.
think it's 14,549, honey, or 48.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Around that, yeah.
So look at that and hear our case. And then tell Nessentia that you would like to help us, please.
And you've been getting a lot of nuisance calls lately, up to 825.
How many?
825.
These people call up and say Medicare is giving out new things this year, and we want to know if you're qualified and we will help you. And then they say, do you have Medicare, both parts A and B? Well, don't you think that's strange to call somebody on the phone and ask them a question like that? And so my answer is, well, I'll be glad to tell you these things if you tell me who you are and what your address is and what the name of your company is and what your telephone number is. And then they hang up. And how are they able to put a telephone number up so that you can look at it and say, well, this is not a fake call, this is a real call. And then you call that number after they've called you and you've all hung up, the number doesn't ring. Or it comes on that the number isn't any good, right?
Yeah.
What else does
you
it
can't
say?
call back. Oh, it says you can't get through. And
Okay, enough on that.
you asked Doug Harrell for a contract notice.
Okay.
And then you asked your Alexa about a poem called Gunga Din.
Gunga Din.
Gunga
Gunga Din was a British waterman who served the... Well, no, he wasn't. He was a native in the tropics. And he brought water to the British soldiers. And the British soldiers abused him. But Gunga Din never protested. He just kept bringing the water and helping them and helping them. And one of the British people, this is Rudyard Kipling, he wrote this poem, Gunga Din. And in one line, he summed up the whole situation by saying, "You're a better man than I am, Gunga Din." Isn't that a great story?
Okay, you've got 1 minute to go.
1 minute to go. When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. I can hear you. I know what you're saying. You're saying, that's true. That's true. When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. And when I told you we had the answer to everything, well, that's part of it. Love is the answer to everything. And that statement, when all is said and done, the only thing that matters is how did you treat others. That statement is what love is. Grace and peace unto you. Amen.